Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Zayyan and I'm an online entrepreneur, make money in various different ways online, and what we're going to be talking about today, specifically for mainly the people in the UK who are watching this, is for rent to rent, and maybe making money from Airbnb or HMOs or things of that nature. What we're going to be talking about in the video today will be the 3 mistakes that I think newbies are making and kind of the way that you'll be able to rectify those mistakes and kind of get on the path to success in your rent-to-rent business. So without further ado, let's go. If you are looking at, trying to quit your job, making additional income, in my personal opinion, rent-to-rent is a fantastic way, because it was the way that I was able to quit my job. I think, 11 months it took me. I could have quit earlier, but I just wanted a bit more financial security. So it's an amazing strategy. I've done loads of businesses in the past. Loads of ways to make passive income or semi-passive income. In my personal experience, this is one of the best ways, as someone who is young, old, no matter what your background is, this is such a good way that you can actually make an additional income whilst working, working full time. I was working full time and I was doing this on the side, and it doesn't take a lot of your time, and a lot of the tasks can be outsourced. So it's such a good strategy. So I'm going to just dive right into the mistakes and the common mistakes really that I see people making, and how you can, I guess, avoid them. Okay, so let's just talk about, I guess, the current situation, what you're most likely going through, and your mindset. And I'm just going to base this off the fact of what I was, before I started rent to rent. So in the position I was in, I was working full time. I like my job. I like working with people, having colleagues and things like that. It's a good environment sometimes, and you get a good culture. But I was in a position where I thought to myself, hey man, I've been looking into ways to make money. I need a side income. I just want to make a few extra £100 a month, maybe £1,000 a month, just to cover some bills and some expenses. Or, you might be in a position when you're thinking to yourself right now that you kind of want to quit your job. You don't want to work a 9 to 5 anymore. You're waking up, your alarm clock, you're going into work, but maybe you're not going into work right now. Maybe you're working from home. But even so, when you're working for someone else and you're helping others achieve their dreams, it just kind of demotivates you. So that's the kind of mindset that I was in, and maybe you're in the same kind of situation, which is why you're watching videos on rent to rent for new people. And things like that. Bro, my hair is just shambles. So the first mistake that I see people making is that they are just not doing their due diligence or their research. You have to do your research on your area, and do the research in terms of the demand. You have to work out where the demand is, where the working areas are, where are the businesses, where are the hospitals. Are people actively looking for properties? Are they looking for rooms? The first mistake I see people making is that they don't know really what they're looking for. You need to know what you're looking for in a property. You need to do your research on the area and find out, is there even demand? Is there even demand for a strategy that you've chosen, whether it's a HMO strategy or a serviced accommodation strategy? Then you're going to have to analyze, I guess, the market in terms of the rental market, the demand in the area. Is there any work going on? Are there contractors coming in needing to work? Or is there a long-term project where employees might need some long-term accommodation? So these are some really simple things that people are just not doing. They are honestly, I'm seeing so many people who are looking at a property and just thinking, yeah, I can do that this property is just going to work because I just think it's going to work, without doing any kind of background checks and due diligence. Okay, so what I would advise everyone to do is to actually go online, talk to some agents, talk to a few landlords, and just find out the demand in the area, and just kind of get a feel for the kind of rental price as well that you're going to be paying. Because ideally, if you're going to be taking on a property in rent to rent for 3 to 5 years, you're going to want to have a discounted rate. And there's loads of other things that you can do to help that. Mistake number 2 is basically, I see people who it kind of goes back on the last one before, not doing enough research, but it's also about positioning. Okay, I see a lot of people who are super excited, and that's great. You know, being excited is good, but you want to have, you know, marry excitement with knowledge and with skills. So what I see people doing is, you know, they're going out and they're really excited, they're talking to agents, they're talking to landlords, they're talking to their friends, but they haven't learned how to position their pitch to the certain persona of who you're talking to. Because you could be talking to an agent, and there's so many people that I've seen and heard stories of that, like, oh, I'm just having so much trouble talking to agents, they just shut me down, they just say no, 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 no. So you have to just position yourself as an agent in a way, and think to yourself, okay, what would an agent want to hear from you? Why would an agent want to work with you? Why wouldn't they just get a tenant themselves? You need to be able to position yourself and your offering to the persona of who you're talking to. So if you're talking to an agent, you know, you might say some of the benefits that the agencies will see. Or if you're talking to a landlord, what are the benefits of the landlord? Obviously, quite a few of you probably already know that, you know, the benefits might be no void periods, or, you know, refurb costs reducing, or, you know, we have regular maintenance, or the guaranteed rent scheme. So there's loads of different things that you can do to just position yourself in the correct way to, you know, make you come across more professional, first of all, and not to alienate the people who you're trying to win business from. Because you could go out, like I said, really excited, but you're just not coming across you know, comprehensible. They just don't understand what you're saying, or, you know, you're not positioning your offering in a way that they see the benefit to them. They might just say, hey, well, it looks like it's a benefit to you, but where's my benefit? So you need to learn the personas that you're talking to. You know, if it's an investor, if it's an agent, if it's whoever it is, yeah, you just have to position your offering to what they desire. Mistake number 3, guys. So the mistake that I see people making, I'm guilty of this myself. Before, you know, I took on our multiple units, is that people are attempting to go out and secure deals, which is fantastic. Go ahead and do it. But the problem is, people are doing this. They're saying, yes, I want to start a rent-to-rent business, but they haven't taken the steps necessary to actually succeed in this business. And the steps I'm talking about is actually creating your company. First of all, I've seen, oh my god, like 95% of people that I've seen on YouTube or on Facebook groups, or the people that I'm talking to, they're like, yes, I want to start rent to rent. And then I ask them, okay, so have you got your contracts? They're like, no. I was like, okay, well, have you got your company set up? They're like, no. Have you got your website set up at least? They're like, no. How can you expect anyone to take you seriously if you don't have any of this stuff in place, okay? You need your documentation, you need your compliance, and in my personal opinion, you need your website as well. If you have all of these things, it's gonna not only give the perception that, you know, hey, you know, you are a real business and people are gonna take you a lot more seriously, but also it's just gonna make people look at you in a more professional manner. They're gonna say, hey, this guy is legitimate, or this girl is legitimate, and they have a legitimate business model here. I can see from their website, hey, you know what, I'm gonna give them a chance, or you know what, let's talk further. These are the things that you need to have in place, and if you don't have them in place, you're just gonna struggle a lot harder, in my personal opinion, because when I didn't have this stuff in place, and I did all this stuff, all these mistakes I'm telling you guys, I did them myself, right? So that's how I'm telling you now, like what I've done to overcome those. So I think it's really important to just have, you know, everything in place, because once it's in place internally, your confidence just goes really high. And I think that's important. Like, you need the confidence to back yourself and back your product. Okay, so guys, if you are looking at, you know, having an additional side hustle or making additional income online, I highly suggest, you know, starting in rent to rent, or if you're looking to get into property or anything like that, but you don't have a huge deposit. In my personal opinion, rent to rent is a fantastic vehicle to get you free first of all from your 9 to 5, and then it's just going to really help you to identify what skills that you have, what kind of avenues you want to go down, what property strategies you want to go into, or maybe you want to go into some online strategies, you know, maybe you want to go into e-commerce or forex, or just have the time freedom to do what you like. So in my personal opinion, it's an amazing strategy, and if you guys need any help, please reach out to me personally. If you need the documentations that I mentioned in the video, drop me a message either on Facebook or something. I most likely will have a place where people can purchase these documents at some point, but just let me know, and I am looking forward to seeing you guys soon. See you later.